Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nail Talk Live. This Wednesday, we have a Nail Talk Live e-workshop for you, and the theme is Happy Summer Nails. And I dressed the part because here in Holland, now summer has hit us. It is almost 30 degrees outside, and that's really warm. In the studio here, it's nice and cool, so we are ready to present to you Happy Summer Nails. I also have Dermatalk for you waiting, and the Dermatalk of this week is about leukonychia, or little white spots on your nail. What is this? How can you cure this? Has it something to do with a shortage of calcium? Wendy Fink will explain all of that to you in Dermatalk. I also have the winners of the challenge of 2 weeks ago, and that was Jessica's challenge, create a cartoon using various products, and of course that show was all about the new products. I also have a little recap of the Nail Talk Live event of 1.5 weeks ago. I promised you last week, and this week I have it waiting for you and to show you what we did here in the Netherlands, and perhaps you will be able to visit the Nail Talk Live event as well on the 9th and 10th of November of this year. Well, my guest for this evening is Insta-famous superstar Henriette, but before we get to her, let's get started. And of course, if you have any questions or any comments, or if you want any clarification, do not hesitate to contact me through the messages, and I will post your question or put your question through to Henriette. And we already have somebody from Denmark, Sanne Kjergaard, and she's saying hello from Denmark. Let's go to our Danish Insta star Henriette. Henriette, welcome back to Nail Talk Live. You were there as well for the Nail Talk Live event, of course, and you are one of my favorite people to have here in Nail Talk Live. So welcome back, and what do you have in store for us today?
Hi everyone, and nice to be back here. I love to be here in the studio with Gillian and Pepijn. I think it's super fun, and I'm so happy to see all of you out there are here also. So tonight we are going to have fun with some summer nails, and also in Denmark we have a very nice weather and it's very hot, like it's here. But I'm very pleased to be here in the studio with Pepijn because we are a little bit more cold.
Yes, it's very nice. The airco is put on maximum or minimum, it is how you see it. And we have a couple of fans, so I hope that doesn't interfere. And I have to excuse myself for not wearing a necktie, but that would be just killing me tonight. I see that we already, Jessica joined us. Hello, Jessica, super nice that you're here. Tanya from Germany, a letter from the Netherlands. Nadia Munk says, lovely Henriette and summer fancy Pepijn. Jessica from France says bonsoir. Toke says hello from Denmark, and Toke is of course your husband.
Yeah.
And Toke is helping you, Henriette, now to create your very own classroom.
Yeah.
How is that going?
It's going very well, but I'm very pleased that my husband is controlling it because otherwise it will be a mess. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to it's done, and he is super cool.
So, newsflash for all of our Nail Talk Live viewers, if you ever want to have a class from the one and only Henriette herself, it's just a flight away to Billund, I believe, where you go to Legoland. Take your husband and children with you, bring them to Legoland, and then visit Henriette for one of her classes that will start from October-ish, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too. Hopefully, but now, Toge, you are keeping up on that.
So, Aleid, she's one of our team members from our competition team. She says already, hello all, I like to see your summer nails, Henriette. And Pernilla also is coming from Sweden and wishing everybody a super hello. And somebody else from Denmark, Dorthe Krutututo, says something with a lot of little dots and lines and things. It reminds me of knekkenbreud. Anywho, Henriette, so
Yeah.
what is your first design for us this evening?
Yeah, but first of all, I want to show you a little bit about my new brush, Henriette's pigment brush. And I want to show you how it works and gives you some tips and tricks for it, just to show you how you should angle it for it better works for you guys.
Yeah, we launched the Henriette's pigment brush a week ago during the event, and it was kind of a silent launch, not as big as Henriette's Choice, her first brush, but that was because we first launched it in Switzerland, where Henriette was for the VIP event.
Denmark.
No, but in Switzerland you were with Henriette's pigment brush.
Sorry, I'm
So
so
it
sorry.
kind of slowly crept in, and for the launch of Henriette's Choice brush, of course, Gillian and I went to Denmark, and perhaps, Gillian, we can show the commercial just in between a little bit later of that brush. But Henriette, first to your new pigment brush, the Henriette's pigment brush, and take it away.
Yeah, I will. So the pigment brush is one of my favorite for pigments, and I really love it. Of course I do, because I have made it myself together with Pepijn and Magnetic. But the pigment brush is looking like this. So you see it here with a cap, and it's very nice. Inside, you have a little plastic thing here to take care of the hair in the start. But I will recommend you all to cut it up like this, so you have the possibility to put it over the hairs, like this, so you are not ruining the hairs when you put on the cap again.
Very smart idea.
Yeah.
Because, of course, this is kind of a fluffy hair, so it kind of is a little bit fluffy. It has no wax in it. And if you're not careful, then you can, when you put it back, it can break the hair. And this trick of you, Henriette, really is a lifesaver for anybody who loves their brushes and needs to bring them with them when traveling.
Yeah.
Because if you're in a nail studio, of course, you could also put them in your desk drawer.
Yeah, you can. Definitely, and it's also a possibility, but I really love to use the cap. So, if you have one brush, you need to clean it from time to time when you use neon pigments or other pigments. And for that, I recommend you to take a clean wipe. Here, you see it. And then I put some Prep and Wipe on it. Now I don't have that much pigment on it, but then I clean like this. I go around like this. And then I do something, because when I work, I also have some trousers on me that can be very dirty. So to clean it up, because I will use it for another color again immediately, I will just put it in my trousers and dry it, and then it's ready for the next color.
Okay, but then, of course, do that when the pigment is out of your brush.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you will have a little issue.
Yeah. Otherwise, you take a dry wipe, and then you can also dry it there. But it's just more easy to do it like this, and then you're done. Yeah. But then I like to have my pigment brush for each colors. So now you see here in the top. It's difficult, but you can see it here. I have all the colors here ready, so I don't have to clean them. And how I do the top is just that I mix some liner gel with Whitest White, and I will show you later on why. And then I put some pigment on after I have cured it, and then I put some matte top coat or shiny. You can do what you prefer.
This is really a great idea, because I walked to Henriette just before we went live, and I saw them lying on her desk, and I said, wow, what did you do with your brushes? So the brushes correspond with the neon pigments, the 6 colors of neon pigments. Am I correct?
Yeah. You can also use it for other pigments. We have a lot of pigments, and it's very nice to use them for all pigments, but they are very, very nice for the neon pigments.
Great. Another great idea. So you see, this is experience talking. And I had Lisette commenting, I'm going to do this with all my brushes, also my power gel brushes. What a great idea of keeping the cap. And you know what, Henriette, I've been a nail tech for 25 years, and I never thought of doing this. I always try to put it back and then watching it like this and being super careful. And this is just an awesome idea, as all of your ideas are.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like I always say, you need to find the way it's easy for you, and I think it's a very good idea to do it like that. And as you said, who was it saying this with the cap? I could not remember the name, you just mentioned her.
Lisette?
Lisette, as you said, it's also good for the power brush or any kind of other brushes. It's very good to keep the cap and cut it over.
we're all going to cut open the protective caps of our brushes. And even Ingeborg, and she has more experience than I have, going on 35 years of experience, says this is a great idea with like the little tutor with the confetti coming out of it. So thank you. And Lisette says, yes, tomorrow I have something to do.
That's nice. Very nice. But I think it's time to show you what I'm doing with the neon pigment.
Yes.
So I have prepared a tip here. I have put 2 layers of nail plate extender. You can also use human modesty. And I will show you a combination with pink tulip afterwards, so you can see it on that way. But afterwards, I have placed a very thin layer of Supreme Finish. And it's just because I like to have very nothing sticky layer at all. And I know you can wipe it off, but I just like it to do it like this. You can do whatever you choose, but I like to put a very thin layer of Supreme Finish before I work with neon pigments or other pigments if I don't want it on the full surface of the nail.
Just to protect.
Yeah, just to protect. So here I have my tip ready. I have put 2 layers of gel polish and Supreme Finish. I have cured full time in the lamp. And now I'm having a little dot here. You see it here.
Yeah.
I have mixed liner gel white with white gel polish. And because of that is because I need the sticky layer. And I really need the sticky layer for the neon pigments. So that is why I'm not using the mix of liner gel and Cerise Swedish, because then you remove the sticky layer.
You would have less sticky layer.
Yeah, exactly. So in this way, it's more sticky, and it's get even more sticky when you put in whitest white gel polish. And I have a jar with it, so it's already, yeah.
Pre-mixed.
Yeah, pre-mixed. Yeah. So I have my tip here. And I use Sylvana's brush for this because I want to make some straight lines, and I really like this brush for big straight lines. And I'm just soaking in the nail of the mixture, and then I'm placing the brush down, and then I'm placing 1 line more. So now I have what it called a line where I want it all. It doesn't have to be totally precisely because we are.
Oh, you're going to fill it in.
Yeah, I will fill it in and I will correct it afterwards.
Ah, yeah, and all with the mixture of liner gel and gel polish whitest white.
Yeah, and it's very important because you need the sticky layer.
And we already see in the background what you will show us a little bit later. So that was a nice sneak peek to have.
Yeah.
Do you have to be careful not to apply too thick?
Yeah, you really need to, because otherwise you will get a bump and it will not be cured correctly. So you really need to be sure that it's not too thick, but also not too thin.
And Amala from Bosnia is asking, I did not understand what she mixed. It is liner gel white and then mixed with whitest white gel polish in order to intensify the sticky layer and make it ready for adhesion of the pigment with Henriette's pigment brush.
Yeah. So now I have filled it in, and now I just want to correct it.
And because it's not yet cured, it beautifully blends together.
Yeah.
And you can focus your attention on the sides and just making it perfect.
Yeah, if you use only liner gel, you will also get a problem because liner gel is very thick. So when you put your brush in the liner gel, you will get some lines or some bumpy roads.
Yeah.
It's more difficult to get it more even. When you have the gel polish, it will also even out for you.
And we have a new viewer from Romania, Robert Stefan, saying, amazing work of art we have here. Well, it's going to be even more amazing, Robert.
Yeah, we will do some magic. So, I'm okay satisfied with this. And I just need the end here to be correct. Yeah. I'm okay satisfied with this. So now it's very important that you understand that to have the sticky layer more sticky, that you only give this 30 seconds in the lamp, but when you have put on the pigment, you will give it full time in the lamp, so you're sure it's fully cured.
Okay, so now a 30-second cure, and then after Henriette applied the pigment, the full cure. And I see that people are really anxious to purchase your brush, and a couple of them to do the same thing as Henriette does. Use them for each of the individual pigments and to prevent excessive cleaning in between. Well, 30 seconds seems like a long time, but probably it's slowly creeping up on us, and we are ready for the next step, I think.
Yeah, we are. I have, with the neon pigments, we have 6 colors. We have green, yellow, blue, and then we also have purple, pink, and orange. And I will use these 3 colors today.
3 colors.
Yeah, 3 colors, because we are going to make ombre with my pigment brush. And
Cool.
my pigment brush is also very nice to do the ombre for you. So you will not see the colors straight lines. It will be more,
It will be a perfect blend.
yeah,
Robert Stefan is asking, the gel polish will not change the consistency of the liner gels. Well, Stefan, it does change the consistency of the liner gel. Liner gel is quite a tough gel, almost like a paste. And by adding the gel polish, you don't only get more sticky layer, but it will also be more smooth and a suppler application, making it a smoother surface. So it's really helpful. And this is how, by mixing and matching, you can create magic, as Henriette will show us now.
yeah. So I have prepared the neon colors here. I will just show you. So here, and I have placed the caps here because we don't need that much. So it's dangerous to put the brush directly into the jar. So I always have the top of the jar.
Yeah, you work from the cap.
Yeah, exactly. So now I will just remove them a little bit. And then I will take the caps here. Oh, this is difficult. Okay, so I will start with the orange. So I will place it here. And I will just tap it. So now it's important that you do not do like this directly down to the...
Can we see side shot, please?
yeah, so so you will not do like this. You have to angle it to do like this. Does it make sense? How can I...
I think you need to swipe away the things that are in the background
okay.
so that it becomes a little bit sharper. Perfect. So you're not using the tip of the hair, the tip of the brush, because the pigment brush is a little bit shaped like this with a point. So if you would use the point, you would just point in to the surface.
And then you will get small dots.
Yes.
So you need the ombre part, so you need to have the pencil work for you.
Yeah. So use it at an angle and then use the soft side of the hair. So I think I understand, but now, of course, we need to see.
Yeah. So I will just point it down here, and I will just do like this. So I will just place it like this. It's okay. Now I take the pink one, and then I will do it like, and I need some more.
Now I understand why it's helpful when you have different brushes, because of course you don't have the time in between.
No, and I think it's much more easy to work with it like this.
Cool.
So
And Robert says it's not like you're directly applying, you are more like powdering.
Yeah.
And you are.
I'm dotting. Then I take my fluffy brush, and then I do like this. And here you will see, it's not so easy to see it here, but it's more easy to see it here. But we will hide it with some other stuff. Yeah, but before we do that, with neon pigments, I wanted matte before we work further on. So it's important that you use a thin layer of base and top on the design, because the matte top coat will drag the neon pigments down, and it will make some lines in it, so it's not so good. So you need to cap it in with some base on top.
Yeah, and Laura Niels Laurence is asking, you don't clean your brush in the middle of the different pigments? No, because Henriette is actually using 3 brushes.
Yep.
One for the orange, one for the pink, and one for the purple. And that's a trick that she explained a little bit earlier in the show.
Yeah. So I have just put on some base on top, and now I just want, after it had cured, I just want some extreme matte. And then I'm just shaking. And it's very important that you shake your mat very well because you need it to be very matte. Okay? So it's time to put on extreme matte all over the surface.
A little bit to the center.
Oh, sorry. So we need it all over the surface. Just like this, and then we fully cure.
And I love the matte effect.
Yeah, me
It
too.
makes it so smooth and even.
Yeah, I really like it. Okay, so now it just need to be fully cured. Otherwise, it will be a little bit shiny matte in between. So we really need to cure that it gets 1.5 minutes in the lamp. And then we are going to make a little trick. I hope.
Yeah? Is it already done?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's perfect. That was a quick 1.5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's a nail, and we have the twin light lamp, so it's very good. Now I want the middle part,
I have a question of Mia Marie from
Yeah.
Sweden. Do you have to hurry when you powder in the pigment after the 30 seconds cure of the mixture of liner gel white and whitest white gel polish? Or is the sticky layer for quite a long time there, so you don't have to hurry?
You don't have to hurry, and it doesn't have to be in a hurry, but you cannot use a half an hour, but I don't think that is what you are meaning. But you can use your time to make it perfect. It doesn't matter. It's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So now I want the pink thing here to be shiny. And that is why I started with the matte. So now I use Supreme Finish. And then I put a line here. Like this.
Cool.
So now it's shiny, and then I cure.
Linda van Alphen is asking, her extreme matte makes gray patches while curing or after curing. What can I do to prevent that? I think better shaking the bottle?
Yeah, also, and then you also need to be very careful when you put on extreme matte that you don't put it on too thick. Because if you put it too thick, it's going to be more blurry, or, as you say, on some parts and not some other parts. So you really need to be careful. And if you have made a design with a little bump or something, I will always recommend you to use base on top first to even it out, and then put on a very thin layer of extreme matte.
And Wendy Baert, or Wensnagels, is asking, do you also buff the hairline when you apply this on a client?
No. No.
Good.
No.
Okay, I don't think it's necessary.
No, it's not necessary. You can do it if you want, and if you are not satisfied, but I don't do it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So
it's going quick.
yeah, it's going very quick, but it's also because the next design is taking a little more time. So this was just to show you a little fun thing. Then it's time to use our mix of liner gel and Sarisa Swedish, and then I use a dotting tool. As you know me, I really love dotting tools. And now we are going to make some animal design. And this doesn't have to be perfect. So I will just place 3 dots, one bigger than the other, and maybe only 2 there. And then I will make one there.
Yeah, I think even with this, it has to be not perfect.
Yeah.
Because if you make it perfect, I had that experience myself, then it looks like anything except an animal print.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. So it's very important that this is not perfect at all. because otherwise you will not get the animal effect.
But if it's very difficult, Gillian comes with a tip that if you find this very difficult, just use a stamp to put the animal print effect on the nail and then fill it up with this mixture
Yeah.
to get the higher effect.
I agree. It's a very good tip from Gillian. It's also a little bit more fast. And if you want, you can put some tape on the side so you will not
Oh, yeah,
get it.
of
Get
course.
it on the
Yeah, a mask it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mask the sides. Robert Stefan is asking, can you make these animal prints with the brush as well? Yes, you
Yeah.
can, but this is super fast and easy.
Yeah, you just see how fast it is. I'm actually done now. It's a little more fast with the dotting tool, and then you also get it more not right as it has to be. So it's much more easy to use the dotting tool for me. So now it's time to have some clear acrylic powder. Yeah,
Do you need something? I
Yeah.
can help you.
a Colourpop or
Colourpop. Yes, I will get you a
a
Colourpop.
cuticle pusher or something. Sorry.
No worries.
This is how it is to be on live. Just something to scoop it up with.
Yes, I have it. But
We
I
are
want to have a nice and clean one for you instead
Yeah.
of one with a lot of nail art on it.
Perfect, thank you. So here I have my clear acrylic powder, and then I have a Colourpop. You can also use a cuticle pusher or whatever you have. But now we want to place a lot of acrylic powder over because we want to make it sugar effect. And we need to do it a lot of times to be sure that it's soaked in. Now I think it's okay, so I cure. And then I will just remove my clear acrylic powder.
Yeah, and I see a question if we can also make this ombre full color on a nail.
You can also do the ombre full color. There are no limits. It's possible for everything. Everything is good, and it's only your imagination that sets the limits. Thank you, Pepine.
And if you do this full cover over the whole nail, would you then need to buff the hairline?
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you do that, I will do it. And then you also need to be careful, because then you also get the pigments out of the customer's skin. And you need to remove it around with some prep and wipe, but I will recommend to wait until you have put on a certain kind of top coat, and then you can remove it. But you need to be sure that you have placed the top coat all over the nail, otherwise you will remove some of the neon pigment, the places you didn't place top coat.
Okay, that's a good tip. And Robert Stefan, you're so nice because you're saying thank you for having me here. I'm almost every time here watching these amazing works of art, Well, that's so nice to hear. For me, you are. I've not yet seen you in the comments. So welcome to the Nail Talk Live family and the Magnetic family. And Mei Liang just tuned in, and she was in the office today to have her nails done, and I have a little video of this. And she says, hello everybody, we're back home now. So good that you're safely back home. We had a lovely dinner together, didn't we, Henriette?
Very much. And me and May also had a lot of fun making some fun videos, but you can see that on my stories. They are so hilarious, and I really like them. Yeah, but now I'm ready with the result.
Okay.
So now you can see here, this is the result. Here is the one I just made now. This is with pink tulip. And here it's the same, just in another way of doing it.
Beautiful. And this is really screams summer.
Yeah, it does.
So
And neon pigment is just my summer thing. I really love them, and I really love to use them. And I think we use them too little.
yeah, but we need to have our screenshot moment, Gil.
Yeah.
So let's go back to this beautiful mise en scène of summer nails, and we go 3, 2, 1, screenshot.
Screenshot.
Beautiful. Thank you. so much inspiration already in this relative simple nail, but or simple nail art. But this is really something that you are famous for, Henriette, for super clean nail art, which is relatively simple, but because of its sharpness, it is unique.
Thank you. I really like to make easy nail design. They are not too difficult to do in your salon because we are not having time to do it in this way. So I really like to do easy nail art that looks like a million.
And don't we all? Well, I also have homework for you, of course, this evening. What is the homework? Let's have a look. The homework for this evening is make a summer nail art set of nails. At least 2 nails need to have a butterfly design. And this will be the next design. So make a summer nail art set of 1 hand or 5 tips. So you can do it also on ColourPops. And of these 5 nails, at least 2 need to be having a butterfly design. And how you create that butterfly design just in a moment. You'll have 2 weeks to complete your homework and complete your homework and upload your homework. And the deadline is set on the 10th of July. If you upload your homework, use the link that you can find in the album Happy Summer Nails. And if anything needs improvement, of course, Jessica, the queen of Nail Talk Live, let's put it that way, will contact you and you will get another chance to participate. And do not forget to make at least 4 step-by-step photos proving that you are the author of those nails. If you do all of that, of course, you get your e-certificate, but you also make a chance to win this beautiful prize made available by Henriette. The neon pigment orange and pink, but also Say Cheese from the new Selfies from Holland collection and Pink Tulip, and of course that fabled Henriette's pigment brush. And I think, Henriette, we even need to add one little thing extra. Don't you agree?
I'm not sure what you're meaning.
Well, of course, your very first brush, your
Oh,
Henriette's
yeah, of
choice brush.
course.
Because you need to have your Henriette set complete.
Of course we do. Yeah, I totally agree with you. We need to add that also.
And if you do not know yet what that is, well, this is Henriette's choice brush, the first one we launched. Yeah, I mean, that was a whole experience for me and Gillian as well as for Henriette, because we went to Denmark to film or to be there with the launch and to see everything. I got a terrible attack of the flu, but it was more than worth it because was a special gift for a very special person. Henriette, this afternoon you arrived in the Netherlands and you were in the office at around 3 and you asked me, is there anything I can do? And I asked you something very specific.
You did. You asked if I could go into Sarisa and May and make a reel while they are doing May's nails. And of course, I just jumped into it and I had so much fun.
And of course, I want to share that with you, but the real reel, for that you have to go to Henriette's Nails on Instagram and check it out in her stories. But we also have, is it in the stories?
Yeah,
it is in the stories. But we also have a very funny one of what happened behind the scenes. And what was the second reel? So let's have a look at what happened. Sometimes behind the scenes at Magnetic Nail Design. And this was, of course, Mei Liang, the founder and the inspiration for everything we do in Magnetic Nail. I have more e-workshops for you coming in the next month. And of course, those are, let's have a look. I have a slide. Oh, the slide the PowerPoint is getting stuck. But then I have to do it by memory, and because I cannot read this, and I have a very good memory, but not that very good because I created this content already months ago. So let's do that just a little bit later. Don't forget, I also have a Derma talk waiting for you, and that is about leukonychia, or those strange little white spots in your nails. And is it true that you need to drink more milk to get rid of those? And of course, we have the winners of the challenge of Jessica of 2 weeks ago, the cartoon challenge. But for now, because the PowerPoint is not really working with us, we will just continue with an Eve Live and we go back to Henriette.
Yeah. First of all, I really want to say thank you to Pepijn and Jillian for that awesome video. It's amazing and it's touched my heart every time I see it. I really love that video of my Henriette's Choice brush. So now it's time to do the butterflies. And I will just show you here.
Oh.
The reason why I took this was actually because I had 2 ideas for the Nail Talk event here in Holland. This one was one of them, and then I had the eye. And we agreed on doing the eye on the event, and then I thought, yeah, we need to do this because many are asking me if it's a stamp. So now I want to show you that it's not a stamp, and it's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And it's almost difficult to believe you that this is easy because they look lifelike. And we chose the eye for your Nail Talk Live event workshop because of the men in our life.
Yeah.
Because I believe both Toke and Gillian both liked the psychedelic eye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we, a little bit more feminine, we love the frilly butterflies.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see how to make this.
Yeah. So first of all, we start with 2 layers of this one. It's my new favorite yellow, Say Cheese. And I really like it because it has a summery yellow colorful. Yeah, I really like it. So we put on 2 layers and we just place it. And now you see here, I really like to turn my tips upside down so I'm sure that the gel polish is even all the way.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good tip. I almost choke myself here. But that, of course, brings it nice to the center,
Yeah.
preventing any lumps around the edges of the tip.
My nail models I also have are also doing like this when I put a color, just to place it very well. Sometimes they sit in a very different and weird situation, but it works and I really like it. So this was the first layer, and now we take the second layer. And after that, we are starting our butterfly.
You're a little bit out of center,
Oh,
but
sorry.
we understand what you're doing.
I have it here, sorry. And then I turn it upside down again, wait a little bit, and then I check. Everything is good, now it's even, and then I cure. Yeah.
And do you need to seal this with anything before we get into the butterflies?
No, I was just dropping the microphone.
No
Sorry.
problem. It can
No.
handle something.
No, you don't have to, but you have to remove the sticky layer from the gel polish. That is very important. Because the sticky layer, you can work on it, it's okay, but I really feel that even though you are using liner gel or a mixture or another gel polish, the sticky layer are working a little bit, so it will float a little more. When you remove the sticky layer, it's much more easy to make straight lines and work all the way around until you are satisfied and then cure.
Yeah, I agree with you. The sticky layer makes it run a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that can be helpful at certain moments, but also not helpful. So,
Yeah.
and the top gel just sticks also to the clean surface of the gel polish. So no problems there.
No, not at all. So I just removed the sticky layer with Prep and Wipe. Now it's time to start sketching the butterfly. And now I just want to, yeah, like this. I use Henriette's Choice you can use whatever kind of brush you want, but I really like this brush because you can make very small lines. Ah. And to start, we really need to get the pencil be soaked in a little bit all over. Yeah. Now we want to decide where we want to place the butterfly. Today I will place it in the middle, so it's more easy for you guys to see it. But as I showed you before, it's up to you where you want to place it. But we start, and we start making a little cross. Just like this. So we have a little cross. And it has to be very little, but this is your start where you want the middle of your butterfly to be. Now I want to place a little dot up here, and then I will go like this. And I will just remove a little bit. And then I will go in here.
Oh.
Now we have the start of the top. Can you see that?
Yes, so that's one butterfly wing.
Yeah, exactly. And then I take my top here, and it doesn't have to be perfect. But
No,
then I will
again,
go down there.
You definitely don't want to make it perfect because then it looks like a butterfly wing.
Exactly. So you don't have to think too much. But it's important that you make it a little thicker up here and thinner down there. And then I will just correct it as I want it. I just need to say one thing.
Yeah.
Jessica gave me a trick at the Nail Talk event, and I really want to thank her because now it's more easy for me to see what I'm doing.
Oh.
It's just to place the chair a little bit more in the back and then go over the table, and then you can see it, and then I don't go in the camera with my hair.
Oh, so she gave you a demo at the Nail Tech table.
She did, and I'm very pleased about it. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jessica.
Sorry, it was just a little something. Okay, so now we just take a little more here, and then I place it. Too much. Like this. And then I'm going in here. Just like this.
Cool.
Yeah. And then we will make the bottom wings. And then I will place it here.
I have a question of Gemma.
Yeah.
Do the butterfly wings always have to be equal to each other, so symmetrically? And she already says perhaps it's a strange question, but I think many people think this, Gemma. And I think the beauty in nature is in its not symmetrical build-up.
No, it's not. You really don't have to get them symmetric, but it's nice that they are looking a little bit similar to each other. But now, as you see here, the bottom wing, I'm not so pleased about it. It's okay, but I think it could be better. So now I will just remove a little bit of...
Yeah, very smart, because that's the good thing of working with gel. If you need to correct, if you want to correct something, you don't always need to, but sometimes you want to. This is totally fine when you use gel. Back in the day, using stripers or paint, that was a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
I have here a great idea of Priscilla. Perhaps we should even call this Priscilla's choice, because she's asking if Magnetic can bring out or launch a little loop, a magnifying glass, to see the hair of Henriette's choice while working. Well, perhaps you should get like a magnetic monocle so that we're able to see what we're doing.
I totally agreed with you. It's very difficult to see the hairs, and yeah, maybe we should do it. I think it's a very good idea. But I also, instead of using a wipe, you can also use
A polish corrector.
a polish corrector. to correct whatever you want. I also use it. You can see it here. It's very dirty. So you see here, I use it often. And if it gets dry, you can always just take your
Prep and wipe.
prep and wipe in a dispenser, and then you can put it here. I just
Pump it up a little bit.
pump it up a little bit, like this. Okay, just like this, and then put it in here, and it will soak up. And then I also have a stick for acetone, so I can choose if it's Prep or Wipe or acetone if I'm doing a
Stamping with next nail polish.
So now you see here, I have corrected the bottom wing, so it's a little more, nice, I think. But it's up to you. And then we will do the other part here. So now we have it here.
Love is like a butterfly.
Yeah. Easy
Beautiful.
peasy to sketch it.
Yeah.
If you have the cross in the middle, it's very easy to see where you want to place it. And now you see here, I'm just using my polish corrector a little bit because I was not so satisfied. And then I will go out here. Like this.
Yes.
And then I'm okay now.
Yeah.
So I will do my little glitter thing, but I will cure in the first.
Yeah, okay, so we need to protect this because, and then later on the glitter thing. While this is curing, of course, I have the e-workshops of the month of July waiting for you. I hope the PowerPoint works with us. Next week, we also have a very special guest. Well, I have only special guests because Simona Vonica, all the way from Romania, is here for the training. And she is great with Shape-its, and she will show us how to create the perfect and very popular slim nail. And the slim nail is totally flat on the surface, but has the curvature hidden underneath. A technical workshop from a star with Shape-its. A week after that, Demi will join me, and Demi will show us the beautiful world of her cartoons. We love Demi, we love cartoons, and that will be a lot of fun. A week later, it was the first time for Elena Galadziuk from Venice, Italy, but originally from Ukraine, and Elena will show us the Bordini technique for super fast salon nails, so a technical workshop. And the Bordini technique is how to create perfection in the free edge of the nail without having to use Shape-its or nail forms or anything, just by using your product in the best way. And that's going to be a lot of fun. The week after that, Natalia Gritsenka comes to the Nail Talk Live studios, and she's the trainer of trainer, and she creates fiber Shape-it nails. So Shape-it nails using fiber particles or fiber mesh in it to make the thinnest nails possible that are super durable, super strong, super hard, and as thin as the natural nail. So a great technical show by one of our greatest technical trainers. And the month of July ends with the very first bootcamp class of Jessica, because on popular demand, we decided together with Jessica to do 4 classes of the bootcamp with Jessica, of which 3 ones are in July, August and August. Then we have a 2-week vacation, and then the 4th one will follow in the month of August, or the month of September, sorry, and that will be combining everything together and announcing the winners. So a 4-week bootcamp in where you can elevate your nail art skills to the next level. The month of June, of course, the product of the month is Seal and Protect. We spoke a lot about this. If you want to know more about Seal and Protect, just check out the video or the Nail Talk Live e-workshop that we did last week. And while we are waiting for curing, or actually I just want to keep on track with my show tonight, we go to Wendy Fink, Dermatalk, and she's going to explain more about that. Those ugly little spots in the natural nail, of which our mothers told us you need to drink more milk. Is that true or is it fiction?
Hi, welcome to Dermatalk, your place to go to if you want to know something about the anatomy or pathology of the nail. And this time we are talking about leukonychia. What is this? It's actually very simple. It means a white spot on your nail. Leuco means white or enlightened, and onychia means nail. I have got an example with me. And as you can see, we see nails with a white dot or a white spot almost at every nail at the same height. This is a bit of a damage inside the nail plate. A leukonychia can be where a nail plate cell is not really how it's supposed to be. Normally, a nail plate cell is translucent, and with a leukonychia, a nail plate cell is not translucent. It has a different texture, it has a different style, a different feel to it, if you could feel it, but you can see it under the microscope. It looks totally different. And it occurs very different on the nail plate because it's not translucent over there, it's whitish. And if you have a lot of leukonychia, as you can see on these nails, this is most of the time something that happens when you have something changing on the inside of your body. Like for instance, this person, they asked me, why do I have these white spots on my nail? And when we looked into the recent history of this person, they really changed their diet. They changed so heavily that they went like into a crash diet kind of thing. So the body was really shocked, like, oh my God, what is happening? And because it was so frustrated and so shocked, it produced different kind of nail cells, which turned out to be these white spots, these white leukonychia. These are inside the nail plates and are actually different kind of nail cells. You can also have like white spots. They are also sometimes called leukonychia, but also pseudoleukonychia, because these, like these ones, are not inside the nail plate troubles, but they come from an external thing. If, for instance, or in this case, because of heavily manicure. When you push back the cuticle, you push it back too hard, and you're like stinging and doing too much damage, too much pressure on your cuticle area. You can actually damage the nail plate on the inside or on top of the surface, also creating white lines. But if you would look under a microscope to these nail plates, they would still be translucent yet broken. So this is a very different type of leukonychia. Original leukonychia is a white, different type of nail cell, and this is a damaged nail cell.
Always a joy to listen to Wendy with all of her thorough information. And also Robert Stefan says, so precious informations, very welcomed. And I see that Armine from Yerevan is translating the hell out of it, making sure that all of her girls understand leukonychia and the cause of this quite common situation on the natural nails. We have a very nice comment from Laurence, and she says, I would like to say all these Nail Talk lives make me grow up in my work for every time finding the perfect result, technique or nail art. I really love this meeting for every Wednesday. Well, thank you, Laurence. It is words like this that make it very grateful to be able to do this. And we hope that nail technicians worldwide are able to just improve their work a little bit and get a little bit of inspiration and perhaps even join the Magnetic Nail Design family in our love for doing perfect nails, but also perfect nail art. And for that we need Henriette, and we go back to her.
Yeah, so now, as I said before, we will do the glitter thing, but we will, before that, do some fading to make. And I have cheated a little bit while Pepijn were explaining, but I will now show you what I'm doing. So now you can see here, I'm started fading, and we are just missing one side of the butterfly, and I'm using glass gel polish, amber, and then I use glass gel polish brown. Isn't it brown? Yeah, brown. I will start, and I use my Detailer 1. I really love Detailer 1, 2, and 3, and you can use every one. Yeah, it's just what you prefer to use. So here I have it. And
One question, Henriette, from Tolima something. She's asking, how can I find you on Instagram?
oh,
What is your Instagram profile?
should we show it here on my phone?
Please.
So then they can see how it's going to be spelled.
And then we can make a screenshot.
So you see here, this is my Instagram.
Henriette Nails.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, screenshot. And there you can find all of your beautiful videos, reels, photos,
yeah, exactly.
content. Oh,
Oh,
Here it
Jillian
is.
is also on it. So it's very nice, and I have a lot of reels, step-by-steps, videos, ideas, nail ideas, whatever. You can find a lot of inspiration in there, and you are more than welcome.
thank you.
Yeah, so here we continue with the fading.
Yeah.
I take my amber. It's like an orange thing, color. And then I also have a little base on top. So now I have cleaned my brush. So now it's more easy to fade the glass gel polish.
Beautiful.
And as you see, I do exactly the same technique as we use the ombre brush. I go from side to side.
Yeah.
All the
beautiful.
time.
I
Yeah.
love the glass gel polish, and they're actually on sale as we speak with
Oh.
us and with our distributors. So the glass gel polish, we have 12 shades and all available at a very special price. So contact your local distributor or send me a private messenger message and I will help you out.
Yeah. So first of all, I have made a fading with amber, but I'm not quite satisfied. But this is the good thing about the glass gel polish. It's you can just continue on. If you have cured and you just look, oh, it's not so good, you just continue. So now I just take a little bit more, and then I place a little bit out here, and then I take some base on top, and then I fade it.
Robert is saying it looks amazing. It's already so realistic.
Yeah. And you really need to understand that a butterfly is not perfect, even though we think it is. It's like a flower. No butterfly looks like the same. They always have a little dot in another way, or yeah, the wing are looking a little bit. So it's up to you how you think the butterfly should look.
And Tolima is already following you. She started following you and she loves your great ideas. So
Very nice. I really try to figure out some easy, cool nail art idea, and I also have a very good team in Denmark where we are working together and try to come up with something, me and Nadia.
yeah, and Nadia's also calling you in the comments the Danish dynamite.
Yeah.
And you're going like a piece of dynamite. So yeah.
Yeah, we are just running out. Yeah, so now I'm quite satisfied, but I'm just using a little bit of the brown because I want it to be a little bit more dark in the top. So I will just fade a little bit more. Whoop, like this. Then I'm actually pretty satisfied now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I understand.
Yeah.
I would be satisfied. And Robert says that he wouldn't be able to see with his own eyes if it would be a sticker or stamping or hand painting. Yeah, that's because of the sharpness of the design. So it is not super small, but it's super clean.
Yeah.
And that cleanliness that makes it so almost like unbelievable that it's made by hand.
Yeah, I also think that is why people are asking me if it's a stamp or if it's a sticker, but yeah. I also like to do the stamp thing. I also have a lot of thing of stamping on my Instagram, but I really like to do the hand painting. Looks like, yeah, it's something people don't think it is, hand painted. Yeah, so here I am, and I'm quite satisfied now. Now it's time to do the middle part of the butterfly. And here again, I'm using a dotting tool, but I use a very small end, and this end has been bigger, but as you know me, I always do my own thing. So I took a file,
And you customized it.
yeah, I customized it. So I'm just doing like this, and I will just try to show it here. And I will just do like this and turn it around so it's getting smaller. So now I have a very small dotting tool.
I used to do that also
Yeah.
in the past because I used to use the dotting tool to create acrylic hair,
Yeah,
and then you need a very sharp dotting tool. So
yeah.
yeah,
You really need it, and yeah, but even though it's very small, you still need to be careful about the pressure, because the more pressure you do with the dotting tool, the bigger dot it will be. So I will just take the blackest black, no, liner gel black mixed with Sarisa Swedish, and then I will place a small, oh, okay, this is not good. I will just remove it, and I will try again. Yeah, here. Then I take Henriettes Choice again, soak it in, and now, yeah, now I'm just making, no, okay, I'm just trying again. Just give me 2 seconds. I think it's too high to
yeah,
be a butterfly.
no problem.
This is how I'm working all the time. Now you see, you need to look at your design. Are you satisfied? No? Then you have to remove it again. I do it hundreds of times, even though on my model's nails, and sometimes they're just looking at me, why the fuck are you doing it? This
No
all the time, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we just try again. I will just place it a little bit down here instead. Yeah, much better. So now you see the body is more comparable with
Yeah, it's
the
smaller,
wings.
relatively in size to the wings.
Yeah, and then I go down here, and then we have the small part there.
Yeah.
Yeah? And then we cure. Just 10 seconds, it's just fine.
Anne Mette is giving us a compliment. Great show. You are a wonderful team.
Yeah, it's my
And
mommy.
Pepijn, no tie suits you. Well, I couldn't wear a tie now because it's really too hot. But I feel a little bit underdressed for these beautiful butterflies.
But if you can see it in my cheeks, I really am hot.
Yeah.
Even though in here it's hot. So, yeah. But, hi, mommy. So,
Oh, was that your mother?
yeah, it was my mommy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, but it was my mommy. Yeah. So now it's time to make the what are these called?
Antlers
Yeah.
or little telescopes.
Yeah. So now I do the dotting tool again. And then I make a very small dot there. And a very small dot there. Then I take Henriettes Choice once again. And this is what I love about my brush, is that you can make very, very small and fine lines.
Of course, these are the antennas of the
Antenna,
butterfly.
yeah.
Because the antler is more for a deer. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, but I was
That
not.
would be a bit big.
Yeah, it's totally big. That would not be pretty to a butterfly.
No.
No. Here you have it. Then we will make the
Yeah, and the dots for the antennas are smaller than the head. Robert is asking, yes, that is correct, because it all has to be proportionately.
yeah. Now I will just do a little line out here, so it looks a little more smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do a little trick,
Okay.
because now we want the wing to be a little more alive, and with that we need a little line.
A what?
A little line.
A line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will just take here and go in there.
Oh,
Now you see?
yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then I will make 2 seconds. Whoops. A little smaller, like this. That is not possible to see. Okay, I will
No.
just
It is too thin.
like this. Can you see it? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that we do on every on the right and left side on the upper wings. So I will just here go out, and then I will go in again.
Karin Kramer is asking how it is with your stomach pain, and it's getting better. Henriette found out what the problem was, and of course that is a private thing,
Yeah.
but there was something, and she's much better.
Much better. Much better. Everything is good. Yeah. So here, now you have 2 lines here. Yeah. Now we cure.
Yeah, and Pernilla says we have to thank Anne for making this beautiful nail art star for all of us. And I was first thinking, we have to, and which Anne do we need to thank? But of course, that's your mother,
Yeah.
Anne Mette, and she says, "Oh, you're so nice." But Henriette is all her own star, and she shines like a star.
Yeah. Sweet of you. Yeah, so now I will just do the middle part. And in here, we need some more.
Just go a little bit more to
Oh.
the center.
Yeah,
Yes.
like this. So we need to make. Oh, shit. Sorry. We need to do the body part a little bit bigger. Just like this.
Yeah.
And then we take our brush to make the body.
We would love to see it as well. So go a little bit more to the middle, and then just fix your hand there,
I will try.
because you're extending it a little bit with little lines.
Just,
Oh, with a little fur-ish type
Yeah.
of effect. Oh, yeah.
just to make some little hairs in there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not so good in the here. And now you see how critical I am about my work.
Mm-hmm.
But this is really how I work all the time. You need to look at your work.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
secret to sharp designs. Beautiful.
So then I cure. Yeah. And now we are you no, is it okay I just
I have I have the video about the Nail Talk Live event, but it's up to you. Do you want
No,
to do that now or
let's
later?
do that now.
Okay, so we had the Nail Talk Live event 1.5 weeks ago, and that was also the first time that the Nail Battle joined in, the competition organized by Wendy Fink. It was a very big success, but it was mostly a super weekend for all of us. We really enjoyed it, being together with everybody, communicating, talking, laughing, and enjoying our beautiful profession. Henriette was there. The next event is scheduled for the 9th and 10th of November. And if you are in the opportunity to visit the Nail Talk Live event, you're more than welcome, or to join the competitions of the Nail Battle. So enjoy a look at what we did. Yes, an amazing weekend, amazing memories made, and we are already working on the next memories that we make. So a little bit later on, we have the winners of Jessica's challenge, but first we have to see some other little Dotski.
Yeah, we need some Dutchki, and we need our Dutchki tool for that also. We take here, and I just want to place it in the middle. Now we want a little dot here, and a little dot over here. And then we take Henrietta's choice once again. And then I go up here, just a line for the start. And a line there. You don't need this step, but I think it's a little cute one.
I agree.
I think it does the end of the butterfly. And then we do like this. So now we have 2 small dots here, and you can place them wherever you want. And then we cure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so shall I go to the winners?
Yeah, I think you should.
Because it's already 12 past
Yeah.
9. So 2 weeks ago, Jessica was here with me, and she, of course, presented the new products, and she also had a homework challenge. And her homework challenge was make 3 sets of 4 tips each. 1 set needed to be made with a cartoon, and 2 sets with art made with neon pigments as well. So we are really in the summer vibe, and the neon pigments are helping us to get there. I needed to check something on my paper. I always double check everything I do. So I have feedback from Jessica. Of course, thank you for doing your homework. We really appreciate this. But we also have 3 winners. And the first winner is from the Netherlands. Look at her go. So many designs to look at. Wow, just amazing to see. I see so many different designs that I just can't choose which I like the most. I can imagine that it's going to be even more difficult for your clients to pick out just one to wear. Thank you so much for your effort, and congratulations, Catharina Berger from the Netherlands. Congratulations with your beautiful designs. I see Powder Puff Girls, I see Stitch, I think. I see beautiful, beautiful colors. Congratulations, Catharina Berger from the Netherlands. The second winner got this feedback from Jessica. I'm in love with your flowers and your choice of colors. This would be just amazing to wear. I can feel the love you've put into these. Of course, there's still room to grow, but I'm already really proud of you. Congratulations. Enjoy your prize from Germany, Evie Muck. Congratulations, Evie, with your beautiful homework and winning one of the prizes of this evening. Congratulations, and also a little congratulations to Bugs Bunny, who's searching for the carrots over there in the middle. So great, Niels. Thank you. The last winner is also from Germany. Germany is well represented this evening. Now, last weekend when I was with Bianca Freigang, I already had the honor to take a peek on those cute little creatures from Oggy and the cockroaches. And this is for me a bridge too far. I have no idea what this is. So much work you've put into this, and I'm really, really proud of you. I see the drive and the will to get better in the work you've sent in for other e-workshop. So she saw a growth. Thank you for your hard work and sharing your artistic journey with us at Neil Talk Live. I look forward to seeing more of your designs and how your skills continue to develop. Congratulations, Tanja Bokros from Germany. Tanja Bokros from Germany, and those are the cockroaches. Thank you for joining and doing your homework. And all 3 of you, congratulations from Magnetic Nail Design, from Nail Talk Live. And you will receive your prize, which is quite dark and black, because of course it's Jessica. And I'm not talking about how she is, but what she wears on her nails and on herself. The new magnetic shoulder bag in patent leather black. The black display box for all of your nail art designs, and of course color pops, because which nail technician can live without color pops, and the stiletto color pops just because it gives it an edge. This prize will be sent to you later this week, to all of you. Enjoy the prize. Thank you for participating and inspiring us and all of our other viewers with your beautiful work. Thank you again. Henriette, let's go back to the finishing touch.
Yeah, first of all, I really want to say I'm impressed about the work of the winners. It's very beautiful. You could be proud of you all. So now it's the glitter time. Here I have a little dot of Mystical Shimmer top coat. You can use it as a top coat, but you can also use it as a shimmer effect if you want it in your nail art. But for this, I'm missing a little bit of shimmer, so I just take a little bit of Unicorn Pigment Gold in it. So I take my spatula, and then I take actually a large amount of product, and then I mix it in here. So now you see it's getting more glitterish.
Yeah, it's almost like a mermaid. A
Yeah.
mermaid threw up on your paper palette.
Yeah. Yeah, we can call it like that. It's a good solution. But now
Beautiful.
you have it here. So this is also a way of using your unicorn pigments or other kind of pigments. I really like to work with it in this way. So now I just remove the paper palette here. Then I take my detailer one, and I have my design here.
Yeah.
Then I take my mixture, and then I actually just place it very thin over here. So now you see,
Beautiful.
it's just making a little sparkle, but it's not covering, so you can still see the ombre part and you can still see the black lines. But I really, really like it. You
It
can
is
also
really a finishing touch.
yeah, really a finishing touch. And you can, of course, also just use the Mystical Shimmer Gold. I just think it gives a little more shimmer touch with the unicorn pigment in it.
I agree.
And then I'm just here. So I just place it on all four wings. And it's super easy to work with. Now I have it here. Just
Robert
look.
Stefan says a realistic butterfly with siren glitter over it. I'm obsessed.
Yay, very nice. I'm also obsessed, but I'm also looking forward to see all of your creation out there. And I really need to say, if you do some work, please tag me. I would love to share it in my stories, and I would love to see your amazing work. When you have cured, now it's actually time to do the top coat.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we can still work with it if we want, but I'm pretty satisfied with this one. It's a little choppy one, but it's okay. And then we just place shiny top coat all over. You can, of course, also do the matte if you want. It's also possible. You can also do the matte, and then you can put on shiny top coat all over the butterfly, so it will pop even more. It's up to you. So here you have it with top coat. And what I love about Magnetics product is, of course, it's one of the things, but what I really love about Magnetics product is when you do the nail art on a nail, you don't get the bumpy ride. You just get a very clean surface, so your customer cannot feel the design, and I really love that. So now it's cured. Here, here,
Yeah.
and then we have
Oh. Beautiful, Henriette.
in total here.
Beautiful.
You can use whatever color you have because
And it looks like the butterflies all have a different identity.
yeah,
Some is a little bit more frivolous. The other one is a little bit more demure. Another one is a little bit anxious.
yeah,
And perhaps a little bit shy.
yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
And one is more very choppy.
I can relate to that. An extravagant, chubby butterfly.
Yeah, but it's up. This is just showing you that no butterfly looks like the same. And you see here I have made two, but these are not looking the same. It's not possible to do exactly the same when you do nail art. Yeah, nail art is art.
It is, and
Yeah.
this is beautiful art. Prepare, please, for the screenshot,
Yeah.
because we need to do. I first want the butterfly screenshot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, screenshot. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I actually missed the other butterfly also, so put it next to
Okay.
it. Just to see that the personalities of butterflies are very personal. 3, 2, 1, screenshot. Beautiful.
And I just want to say, you see here, it's 2 different yellows I have
Yeah.
used, but it also gives 2 different
Totally
looks.
different effects.
Yeah. So it depends on which kind of background you are using.
And I think the other yellow was pink.
Lemon.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
lemon.
Yeah.
I thought from the picnic in France, but
No, it's
That-
lemon.
that is again a different color of yellow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy to have seen all of this, and I'm so happy that all of you enjoyed it so much. Monica Persson says, beautiful, Henriette. I really like your tips and tricks. Well, thank you, Monica. And Nicole Wijnand, can I also use Jessica's mix? Of course you can use that, Nicole. No problem. One question about the butterflies. Did you do the shading in all of the butterfly wings? Did you use all glass gel polishes for those, for that effect?
Here, you see here, for this one, for example, I have used a little bit of May's Choice 2020
Oh.
to make it more,
Vibrant red,
yeah,
popping.
yeah, because the red of glass gel polish is too semi-transparent. So that is why I also used a little bit of May's Choice. Here I used purple, but I also used, I cannot remember, a little bit darker purple gel polish.
Purple Seduction?
Yeah, Purple Seduction, sorry. Yeah, it's that one.
So you just play around.
Yeah, and here, for example, I have used Rainforest. But I have also used the green glass
Yeah,
gel
because
polish.
it has that emerald
Yeah.
shine.
But here I have only used Cheyenne and blue glass gel polish.
Cyan blue
Yeah.
glass gel polish. Well, just beautiful. So many different effects with just a little bit of glitter and a lot of inspiration. Henriette, perhaps you can do the homework for
Yeah,
this
I
evening.
can. For tonight, the homework is that you are gonna make a beautiful summer nail art set. At least 2 nails needed to be a butterfly design. You can do it on a hand, or you can do it on 5 tips. But you need to make a set of 5 tips or a hand.
Yeah, and a question of Robert. One more question. What can I use if I don't have glass gel polish? What can I mix for the same effect? Well, you saw on the other butterflies that Henriette also used just normal gel polish, but you can always mix a little bit of gel polish with a clear product to create a glass effect. You have 2 weeks to complete your homework and upload that through the link that you can find in the album called Happy Summer Nails. If anything needs improvement, Jessica will contact you, and do not forget to submit 4 step-by-step photos. This proves that you are the person that created that nail art. If you do all of that, you will receive your e-certificate, but also have a chance to win this amazing prize completed by Henriette. And this is Henriette's pigments brush, but also Henriette's choice brush we will add to this. Neon pigment pink, orange, and of course the new gel polish colors Say Cheese and Pink Tulip. And I think that is all. Henriette, I want to thank you again. I've seen you only 10 days ago, but it's every time such a joy to work together with you. I really enjoyed myself this evening.
Me too. Time is just flying by, and I really love to be here in the studio and be in the Netherlands and be together with the Magnetic family. I really love to be here, and I'm very pleased to see so many people join the live tonight. And I'm looking so much forward to see all your beautiful butterfly creation out there. Just remember one thing: no butterfly looks the same, and no butterfly has to look how other think it should look. It's only your imagination that sets the limits.
Thank you for those words, because it's absolutely true. It's you are the only person that can decide to where you develop yourself to. You set your own limits in life, in art, and in nails. And on that note, I want to thank all of you for watching. Thank you again, Henriette. Thank you, Gillian, for making everything possible as usual. If any of you have any questions or are interested in magnetic nail design products, or want to become a magnetic nail design trainer, or are interested in where your local distributor is, do not hesitate to contact me on info@magneticnaildesign.com, or contact me on Facebook Messenger and I will help you further. I just want to thank you once more, Henriette. Just say goodbye, Henriette.
Goodbye, everyone. I had a very pleasant stay here tonight, and I'm looking forward to come here again at another time. Wish you all a very nice summer vacation when it's your time. For me, it's about 2 weeks from now. I'm on a summer vacation with my lovely husband, and I'm looking forward to it. See you soon at Nail Talk Live.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry.
No, that's great. Thank you for doing that, and thank you once more. And now my ending. See you soon. See you at Nail Talk Live.